and some of our outstanding experts from outside the Academy, including a number of public servants. Public servants, actuaries, and non-actuaries alike are the critical link to ensuring that public policy is sound and well implemented. And too often, these public servants are not well known or recognized for the enormous contribution that they make to a civil society. The Academy established the Robert J. Myers Award for Public Service in 1994 to honor a fellow actuary who has distinguished himself through his or her many years of service in the public sector. The award is named after Bob Myers to honor his lifelong commitment to public service. Bob Myers, as we know, was chief actuary for the Social Security Administration from 1947 to 1970 and helped to structure and fund the largest social insurance program in our nation's history. Bob also was president of our Academy in 1971. Each year, the Myers Award is presented to an actuary who's made a major contribution to the common good through service to government or other public organizations. I think Bob Myers would heartily approve of this year's award winner, which recognizes the recipient's extraordinary contributions to the public good through decades of public service. The recipient this year of the 23rd Myers Award is Larry Bruning. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Larry. Now, Larry's done nothing short, has been nothing short of instrumental in the sea change reform known as life principles-based reserving. We know about that, which started being implemented nationwide this year. This overhaul of the traditional formula-based system of calculating statutory minimum reserves is a result of years of service and stewardship with the Kansas Insurance Department and the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, the NAIC, where Larry served in a key position as chairperson of the Life Actuarial Task Force. The principles-based system that utilizes advanced modeling and company experience is an extraordinary contribution to the public good. Now, Larry's diligence was key to adoption also of the Model Standard Valuation Law and the development of the Valuation Manual, which is now in effect for life insurance products going forward. Larry continues his work now on the staff of the NAIC, where he's been instrumental in bringing actuarial resources to facilitate the transition to PBR. In nominating Larry, Larry's colleagues applauded him for representing the best in actuarial commitment, professionalism, and the volunteer spirit that leads this generation of actuaries to leave the profession in better shape than it was found. Here he is, our 2017 Myers Award winner, Larry Bruning.
Thank you so much, Bob. I really appreciate that. I want to thank the American Academy of Actuaries for selecting me as this year's recipient of the Robert J. Myers Award. It is truly an honor to be recognized as the 23rd recipient of this award and to have my name added to the prestigious list of past recipients. My public service career began in 2003 when I joined the Kansas Insurance Department as Chief Actuary. My public service life was inspired by three very dedicated and capable women, each of who I will mention in my remarks. First, the Honorable Sandy Prager was instrumental in coaxing me out of retirement and thrusting me into a life of public service with the Kansas Insurance Department. Sandy understood the many rewards of public service. Her public service career spanned nearly 30 years, including serving as mayor of Lawrence, Kansas, serving one term in the Kansas House, 3 terms in the Kansas Senate, and then being elected as the 24th Insurance Commissioner in 2002, re-elected in 2006, and again in 2010. Sandy also served as NAIC president in 2008 and was responsible for convincing me to take on an NAIC leadership role, serving as chair of the Life and Health Actuarial Task Force. Second, the Honorable Teresa Vaughn, PhD, in her role as Chief Executive Officer of the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, was instrumental in enticing me to lead the Kansas Insurance Department to continue my public service on behalf of the NAIC. She hired me as the NAIC's International Life Actuary. Her vision helped me understand that I could expand my public service in support of all the states at both international and federal forums. Terry also had a distinguished public service career, serving as Iowa Insurance Commissioner for over 10 years. She was also NAIC President in 2002 and Chief Executive Officer for the NAIC for over 4 years. And last but not least, my wife Linda has played an instrumental role in supporting me in public service life. She also has had a distinguished public service career, working for the Veterans Administration for over 29 years at the VA hospital in Topeka, Kansas. She has helped numerous veterans in Northeast Kansas navigate the often difficult and complex events that many veterans face daily in their lives. Through our many dinner conversations, when we would share things with each other about events in our day, I would often reflect on the rewards of public service. I would encourage all actuaries, and especially young actuaries, to give serious consideration to a life of public service. Like me, I am sure you will find the rewards are many. Working in a public service role has given me the opportunity to meet with members of the President's Economic Advisory Council at the White House to discuss insurance matters. I've had the opportunity to travel to many countries around the world to collaborate with members of the International Association of Insurance Supervisors in developing solvency regulations for internationally active insurance groups. In addition, I've had the opportunity to collaborate with the federal agencies who are members of the Financial Stability Oversight Council, including the Federal Reserve, Treasury Department, Securities and Exchange Commission, among others, to evaluate non-bank financial institutions that may be systemically important. Finally, I've had the opportunity to work with state insurance regulators and state legislators in effecting changes to the laws and regulations that enable the principle-based insurance valuation methodology. In closing, I would like to remind all actuaries that as members of our profession, we have a responsibility to the public. And to that end, I would like to quote Precept 1 of the Code of Professional Conduct. Quote, "An actuary shall act honestly, with integrity and competence, and in a manner to fulfill the profession's responsibility to the public and to uphold the reputation of the actuarial profession." Thank you very much.